Okay, so Pax Day. I've had a play around with this. It's a great fucking game. Um, but I've decided I'm going to start from scratch because I want to do more video content. It's been something that I've been planning to do for a while, and so I want to film myself. Hopefully I can. Let's see, what do I want to go for? More presets. I'll try and go for someone that looks a little bit like me as much as I can. What's great? Let's just customize this guy. I don't want any hair because I am a baldy. In terms of beard, I want something like that. And something like that. There we go. But it is a darker colour. Something like that. Cool. Okay. Base face. I'm happy with that as a base face. My eye colour is bluer, so let's go with that. Eyebrows. I definitely have eyebrows. There we go. Darker colour. That helps. Yeah, that would be good. Eyeshadow, I don't really. Lips are... Don't want any lipstick on them, but that's fine. Body, go something a bit like that. Skin colour I'm happy with. Tattoos, so I don't have any freckles, so those can come. Make sure those are off. Those tattoos are quite cool, but actually, let's see what else have we got. No. I quite like that as a tattoo, so screw it. So we're going to go Jordarion. That is my preferred sort of fantasy name. What I want to try and do... I did have a really nice spot right on the water on a mountain. But we're gonna go for this and see what we can find. I was in this area, I think. Okay. That's where I was. I'm going back to where I had started because it'd be quite cool if I could reclaim the space that I'd had. Just because I did really like that space, but I hadn't filmed anything, hadn't covered any of it. So the plan is to build a really cool stronghold on the side of a mountain. So I'd managed to stack a few building slots to kind of get this nice tall plot. So that's my goal again. Some encoder errors, which hopefully won't be too bad, but let's just keep an eye on that. Okay, so here we go. Can I remember where my plot was? Okay, let's have a quick look on the map because it was right on the water. Okay, so I think it was around there somewhere. So, first thing is orient myself into which way I want to be running. So this way should take me to water, and I want to collect some rock and stuff and some twigs because I need to make some I need to make a few things, so I don't have a tool, I can't just punch it, so I've got to find some loose branches. So I need to try and remember some of these controls because it's been a little while. Craft, no, map, no. There's a build. So going through the forest can be a bit tricky because if I run into boars, they'll probably kill me. So those are deer, that's not too bad. So there's some deer around. Find some branches. There's normally some felled wood around. Haven't really got any way of hunting them at the moment. So, let's see what we can get going. Heading to the water is what I want to do. Okay, so there's a boar there which will try and kill me, and I don't currently have anything to chop it down with. I could make a spear if I could find some wood. So let's just be careful. And I had a plot kind of up on there or somewhere like that. So let's just head down this way. Need to try and find wood. So if I find some loose wood, I can then start. Just having a look around on the floor for loose wood. And ideally, I want to find myself a nice buildable plot that I can stack up. There's rock, but no wood. Okay, so that's some wood. There we go, some branches and stuff. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, that's what I need. And then I should be able to go to the crafting menu and make a construction hammer. Cool. So, I can then make myself a pointy stick, which means I can at least defend myself, so that's cool. And I need some more wood, and then I can make a shield. So let's go to inventory. So I'm going to put let's go with 8 for no, let's go with 1 for crafting. And let's just have a quick look around. Is there more? At least got something I can defend myself with, which helps. And that's a tree, not wood. So I probably should have, in hindsight, made myself an axe. Let's get some mushrooms. We'll see what they're good for in a minute. That looks like wood. Yes, tree branches for sapwood. So let's get as much of that as I can. And then we'll go to the crafting again. I can do an axe so that I can chop down wood. And I'm going to make a shield as well, because protecting yourself is pretty important. Cool, so my carpentry has gone up. Now if I go on claim a plot, plots, I have 4 unclaimed plots. Cool, that's what I wanted to check. So I've given up my previous character slot, which has given me back my plots. So I want to be going this way. I've got a shield and a pointy stick. So as I come across wood, I'll collect it. But the main thing is I want to find my plot. I want to find a base of operations to get started from. Now, I think boars are the most dangerous thing I'm likely to come across right now. But that doesn't mean I want to be throwing myself into combat too soon. There's a bit of wood. Let's collect a bit of wood. So the different things that you can eat will give you different abilities. What does that do? Okay, so that one poisons me. So I don't want to eat those. But I do want to find a nice water/mountain plot. Oh dear. Can I survive this? Come on. Okay, good. So that worked out better than I thought, and I think penny buns heal us. Penny buns do. So let's eat one of those. There's a boar over there. Just want to keep clear of any attacks. Don't want to have to recover a body or anything like that. So this is not heading to water. So I've found a path, and paths are quite safe to travel. So that is a bonus. Stamina. This flax is usually useful. Let's just do a little bit of collecting flax while we're here. I don't think I can make much with it until I've been able to put like crafting tables down. So let's get on. Okay. Now can I remember roughly where I dumped my plot last time? I have a feeling, so yeah, it was up the side there. And I want the same spot if I can. So I've got to run along here. And then cross, there'll be a bridge somewhere. Just because I've tried swimming and it uses a lot of stamina, and when you run out of stamina, you die pretty quick. So, some nice houses. And I do like the music and the atmospherics on this. It is very good. Not too... For bearing, I think it's just about right. So, let's follow this. And I'm going to be picking up as much as I can that's going to be useful on the way. Just because why not? Things like flax are usually good to collect while you're going. Just because otherwise you can end up doing just a lot of back and forth. To collect just little bits for some of the crafting tables and stuff. So what I want to try and do is obviously build stairs if I'm going up a mountain, but there's going to be an element of keeping people out, I suppose. I don't want people just wandering in once I've claimed some space. So one of the first things I need to do is make a door. Let's pick up some flint as well. Okay, so we've learned a flint arrowhead recipe. And that's what's quite cool about this game, is as you discover, as you pick up resources, you start learning. So I can now make a wicker basket, as you can see, and then other things you need to then actually make stuff. But sometimes just finding the crafting material gives you the leg up, and this is feeling familiar. I haven't played for a few months now, maybe, crikey. But essentially my goal is going to be to make a lot of editable footage while I'm able to, and then edit it later. I tend to go through... Oh, this little bloody honey badger here. Yeah, I remember him being a git. Let's give him a wide berth. Yes, so this is definitely where I was, and definitely where I want to set up again. So going through this way should be fairly safe. And I paid for one of the early access packs, which gives me a handful of slots, crafting plots to work with. Oh. A ball from out of nowhere, go away. Okay, so getting better with hand spears. Okay. Was this it? It looks a little different from what I remember. But what I wanted was to try and have a nice big peak. Yes, so this looks familiar. I remember this being part of it. I wonder whether I can get right up the top. So let me start claiming some plots. So I want this to go as high as possible. So let's get right up here for our first plot, which will be here. That's one plot. Now I need the next one. So let's just rename this one Peak. So I know that's the top, and then I want one that's going to border as closely as possible to that one. So that seems to work. That's 2. And then if I go down here slightly, can make this under peak, so I can keep track of this one. Let's do this one. So I'll walk away from it because I want to join. Go, and then one final one, which would be quite cool, would be if it could go down to the water. Have I don't think I've got enough, have I? But we will have as close as we can. So can I get down to the water on any of these? That one lets me get down to the water. So if I do seem quite right. If I release that plot, let's claim it. Can we claim it where it actually kind of gets some water? Like there. Cool. So that actually goes down to the water. So I'm going to just rename these. So that's going to be water plot. Water plot. water. And then we have under peak, etc. Okay, cool. So, I might need to run the risk of injuring myself. Let's get my shield and spear back up just in case. Okay. So through the forest, I can I get all the way up the top? I'll do like the little climb bit. Cool. So the first thing is we got some natural resources around, which is really flipping handy. So let's just start collecting all this stuff up. So obviously as we build over some of this, we will lose a little bit of the advantage of natural resources, but it's a good starting place. And I want to climb up because we're going to have a tiny little something built up here, which is going to be like our peak. And I've got to remember, when I scratch my head, it does affect the thing. Okay, cool. We've got some deer up here. So the first thing is, let's get some of these resources out of the way. And we're going to start up here, right on the peak. Going to make something. Construction. So, I can make walls, but I can't really make a floor. I'm going to need clay for that. But I can start looking at making walls. I really need the ability to make a floor first, don't I? So I need clay, which I know is down the mountain. I know it's near the water. So, although it's not ideal, try not to fall down. So I need Gnesis stone, not flint, and I need clay. I remember where there was clay, but it just depends whether this person has built up. Damn it. Getting good with the spear though, so there was clay around here somewhere. It looks like that person's built on it, which is cool. Ah, I can see some clay. It's clay. So I need glassy stone and clay. At some point I can make a pickaxe, which will allow me to break bigger bits of stone into usable Gnesis. I believe the G is hard G, but find out. So there's a boar over here, so I might as well give him a good hiding. See, there he is. There we go, excellent. Because all of those animal parts will be used for making armour and other things later on. What do we have here? Flint. Flint, flint, flint. door. Better kill him before he creeps up on me. That shield is definitely coming in handy, and this is going to be the rock I need. So it's going to be a case of just building, collecting stone and clay and putting it into those cool looking stone foundations to make a... I heard a boar. See, he's chasing me. There he is. Oh dear, this one's going to be sketchy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, good lord, that was close. Right, no fighting for a little while. Let's get up my mountain to a bit of safety. Okay. So get the hammer out. What we're going to do is right on this peak we're going to make just a flat. So let's see. I can't obviously put anything over me, but let's go with... Where's the highest point? There's the highest point. So let's... One there. Now I don't have enough stone for the next one, but as you can see, if I now grab all, you can go yeah, let's just put a wall on the end there. Need more wood. Okay, so let's get the X out. Let's get some wood. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be just a little bit, I don't know, pedantic's the right word, but I'm just going to be a little bit cautious and go with making 4 walls, one with a door, even if it is just that one tiny square, so that we have a door that we can shut, so that we have a space. And as it grows, we can then move out the walls, move out the floors. We're just going to start with a teeny tiny little hut. And I think that'll be enough, because I want to keep these videos fairly short. And some of the videos, obviously, I can go and collect stuff. I'm not planning on streaming because I'm not consistent enough for streaming, but it does mean that I can then just do a whole load of collecting when I feel like it, and then just film a nice little video of putting stuff out. Go, wood cutting is getting better. So my goal is to make a really cool, like, mountainside castle. There we go. Go back to my building hammer. Let's put in a doorway facing this way. Actually, no, let's have a doorway facing this way because this is the way that's easiest to get in. At least for now, anyway. And then we'll put that on. Oh, I need some more reeds to be able to do that. Okay. So. In terms of making a door, I'm pretty sure I've got to get myself a crafting table of some form set up. So that may be the next thing to do. Let's make sure I'm armed. needs are down by the water. So let's head this way. Yeah, I think I can see there. And those penny, they do actually help. Health things, so goal is to just get a few things set up so I can then start making cooked meat and other things, so I've then got lots of buffs. And with the layout of the castle, it's going to obviously have its own kitchen and various rooms for specific purposes, but right now it's just trying to get some basics together. Okay, what I'm also going to do very quickly, just chop some of these little trees down. A little bit of extra wood doesn't hurt. It's alright, Stag, you can run away. I'm not worried about trying to attack you just yet. So this is going to be a nice little crafter platform at some point, but for now I'm just going to look at getting that lost. Ooh. It's interesting, have a tree growing in the house, but that's fine. We can figure that all out later. Okay. So let's see if we can make some crafting stuff. Okay, so crafting. There's a handful of things. We can start with, so we've got the Founder's Pack, which allows us to make a crafting table. All I'm going to need is a chopping block, and let's get a campfire up. So for now, I might want to no, that's okay. It's alright. Let's actually see construction if we got enough. Not got enough. So we're going to put a campfire down here for now. There will do. And let's put a little chopping block next to it for now. And let's see, can make so ideally you need to get some rabbits to get started, but let's see. We wanted to make 4 beams, 6 planks, 4 beams, 6 planks. So 4 beams seems one lot make 5, so the harder they are, the more likely to fail and lose that was cool, lose resources. Let's get some planks, so one lot of them should make 10. Cool. So now I can make a wash bowl, wooden shelf, what I want to do is get a carpentry bench up. There we go, and let's just put it here for now. We're going to have our little crafting area here. Get rid of that. Let's see, what can we make? What I want to try and do is make a door. So let's see, do we have a door yet? We don't have a door. We have a wooden winch, which I think helps make a well. Let's have a look. Basic tailoring tools. All of these basic things are going to be a good start, because I can then look at making so here we go, look, spinning wheel, table, loom. Let's do a basic leatherworking kit. Okay, excellent. So now if I go here, crafting, so what have we got? So long wood stock, short wood stock for tanning. So I can make those on the bench. So I need long wood stock. I need to make a second lot of stocks. So let's do a second one. Make sure we got 10 of each. So I should now be able to make, yes, so let's get a tanning bench up. Let's go stick it over here right on the... Okay, cool, so as long as it's mostly in space, that's cool. I can do that. Didn't mean to do that. Hide. I don't have large animal hides. That's weird. A rough animal hide. So I'm probably going to need leatherworking bench or something. So plank, wood beams. Let's make another lot of planks and wood beams. So wood beam. Plank. Beam. Probably going to need some storage crates. Leatherworking table. So let's put our leatherworking table here. And I can make some large rough animal hides off of that. Going to need raw hide to make a handful of other things. So this is where the game starts getting fun, in my opinion, because it's starting to increase your skills for the different recipes that you need to learn. So now what I'm going to do is just harvest this wood that's popping up without throwing myself off my mountain keep. I think I'm going to have to make myself a couple of crates, chests even, to store some stuff in. Okay, we're cutting this up to level 3. Let's get... Careful not to throw myself off the mountain. Okay, so what else do I want to make in terms of crafting? So if I make another shortwood stock, I can then get shortwood stock, spinning wheel, which starts to let me make coarse thread, I think. So there's a lot of going to different crafting stations for stuff like this. So if you're not big on crafting, it's not going to be your most favourite thing. Let's put that there. And let's see, what do we need? So I can make some linen string. Excellent. And then what else was on the list of things to do? So I need another beam, and then I can make my simple tailoring. So no, wood beam. Let's go with beam. So whacking some walls around this wouldn't hurt, but until I can make a door, it's a little bit redundant because I'd have to put it in a spot where I can walk around the walls. So let's get another here for now. And what can I make with this already? Okay, so I can make some sewing needles, and I can make some cloth pins. But what I need is to make coarse linen cloth, which is probably going to be off the simple loom. So coarse leather string. Leather string, so I need a rawhide for that. So I need some more large. So I need to hunt some stuff. And I think here has some deer. Can I hunt them without falling off the side of the cliff? Having them fall off the side of the cliff? Interesting. Okay, there's a couple of balls, they'll do. Oh, they're queuing up nice and neatly for me, thank you. Okay, that helps. So see him. There he is. Pretty sure there's a boar chasing me as well. Cool. So it's the animal hides that I want, so I've got to throw some stuff away, and right now I'll get rid of the sinew. Then let's see. Sew it. Not too worried. Sew it. What I do need are animal hides. Not worry about sinew for now. Is there another boar around here? Yeah, there we go. So getting good with the hand spear, which is always handy. Getting good with weapons. So okay, so what have we got? 8 large rough. So I need 3 more. 3 more rough animal hides to make large, to make a hide, which can then be turned into a leather string, which will let me make the next thing. I'm going to... oh, I've got clay, so I can stack it. I'm going to get some more clay. It's flint, which is not really... I wanted to finesse this, but that's okay. It's just... collect a bit of clay. So I need 3 more hides, so a couple of boars or something would be ideal. Yeah. So, got to be some more animals around here somewhere. Some clay, let's have some clay. one of the 3 I needed. Some stone. So that will help. Oh wait, I need to drop something. What don't I need? What's that? Wool fibre. I'm going to drop wool fibre because I don't need it. But I do need rock. Still need a couple of boards. Spawned yet? No. So I was going to keep this session to about an hour. So let's have another quick scooch about. Heard a deer. Ah, there's a boar. So I need one more animal hide. Oh. Saw him. There he is. There he is. There we go. Got him. So let's get up the mountain and get some stuff made. Just checking everything was still recording. Okay, so let's make those windows. Excellent, okay. So I should now be able to get one of them going. I think I have enough. I've got enough to make a charcoal kiln. So I've got a tanning rack, got a leather bench, got that. Can't do that because we need the coarse leather string. Can I make... I have enough, so yes, if I get the... right, there we go. Okay, cool. So... let's see how much I've got for... oh, okay, so I can do one with windows, which is important. Oh, and I've got floors. I can make floors now. Cool. Yes, as you go up in levels, you get all these things. So, let's do some nice windowy, because it's a nice view up here, and I don't want, to lose the view. So let's get rid of these and put in some window walls. I don't mind having a doorway there as much. Let's put a window wall here. And then let's put another door there. To be fair, we don't need that one. And we're missing a window here. So I would like all of them to be windowy up here. Cool. Now, do I have enough to do a roof? Let's go with... that's not what I was expecting. Do we need... so we're going to need to go small one. Small one. There we go, small roof section. And then as for actual roof sections, let's step out a little bit. See if we can get them to... low hut roof, that's what we want. Okay. So let's get rid of that. 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 Go. Cap. Just because it's a little bit, feeling a little bit flimsy, let's see if we can let's put some supporting beams. So we've got a nice little hut up here now. I need to do the door is the only real thing at this point I'd really like to do before finishing up hour and 10 minutes. Let's see if we can get some stuff done hour and 30. So can I can make a charcoal kiln, which I'm going to put there. Okay, so I need more wood. Choppity chop chop chop. Can't remember how long it took to do the rawhide, but it's normally like 15 minutes or something. So this is one of the nice things about this game is charcoal burners and things will keep going while you're offline. So what you'll notice as you run around the game is you'll see some people who've got like 10 charcoal burners. They just load them up and then come back the next day and they've got tons of charcoal to get on with. So you can get a bit of a... It's looking 6 minutes. So you can get a bit of a industrial thing going on, and that's part of the plan of this big castle, is that you can have a blacksmith's shop, which can just be a ton of charcoal burners. See, there we go. You can go boom. Actually, let's get 2 of them. So what else can I make in terms of crafting? So I need to get that up. I need some coarse linen string. I need some planks and shortwood stocks. So let's do 2 lots of planks. Planks. Let's get 2 lots of them done. Get a shortwood stock done. I think I need some more. And for string, have I got enough flax, or do I need to go and collect some of that? Let's do all of that into linen string for now. Because I think I'm going to need the linen string to make cloth. And so a little bit improved on tailoring. So I need another plank, so I've got to find some more wood. I think we can probably get some. Yeah, there we go. There's some up here. So something that I may need to do to compensate for this little tree that keeps popping up is raise up the foundation. Now that is a possibility. But for today, I'm not going to worry about it. Not for this session, because it's handy being able to access the tree. But to make a nice like peak lookout. Oh, we've got some boars coming. That's why I do like the shortcuts for weapons, because it does make it. Yeah, did one of them fall off or something? I swear there was two. For a nice peak lookout, I'm going to have to raise up that foundation so that the little sapling doesn't keep cropping up. For now, that's fine, but one of the next things to do will be to raise that up. That will obviously need a lot of stone and... Is it a beam or a plank I need? Need a lot of stone and clay. So what I will probably do before my next video will be to just collect a load of stone and a load of clay so that we can just jump straight to putting some foundations out. We're looking at less than 2 minutes. So let's see if I just go craft. Can I craft? Can make a torch, which isn't a bad idea for when it gets dark. Direction hammer, pointy stick, repair. Let's just give a few things a little repair. Go. So basic carpentry, a simple wooden chest would not be a bad idea. Anvil stone is good. Shutters are not what I want though. I want a door. So an anvil stone, I think, is where you can make nails and things. So let's just put down an anvil stone. So there we go. Oh, I need just a smidge more of that stone. I'm gonna just jog down, find some. Pretty sure if I head just down here, I can find. Alright. Again, just a little bit to pick up. Have I just got spotted by a ball? Alright, come on. I'm pretty sure around Jen. Around one of these trees was a load. Okay. Just get some extra in. Here we go. Yeah, so get myself a little bit of armour. I kind of want some shoes. Like running around barefoot is not ideal. So let's put down our anvil near the charcoaly bit. There we go. That'll do. So I can start using that once I've got some ingots. So I'm going to need better. I'm going to need a pickaxe. So simple leather working. So I want coarse leather string. How much coarse leather string then? That's the question. For this, I need 12. Okay. Oh, okay. So if I do one, that'll do enough for that. I can put together some hide. What does that need? Coarse leather band. So I can make a coarse leather band, and that will then mean I can make some bonded leather braces, which is armour. So let's go for leather band. Let's go for the hairband, which gives me 646. That was a success. I've got no more room, so that means I've got to make my loom, which I'm going to keep it organised by putting it over with my tailoring stuff, so that can go. Put it there. Cool. Get rid of this. I should be able to make some coarse linen cloth. I don't have enough string, so I'm going to have to go get flax before the next session. I am going to wear a headband, so that's an improvement. Let's see if we can make a bracer. I reckon it's going to fail. Yeah. So I don't have enough rawhide to do another one. So that's fine. What else is on the? So I've made anvil. Basic carpentry workbench. Got that one. Got that. Got that. Founder's pack. Founder's crafting table. I'm going to make myself another couple of planks. And then build a founder's table, because might as well have all of the crafting things going up as we go. Founders. That can go just the other side. Right there. Don't know if there's anything I can make off that yet. Let's see. Oh, I can make some shoes. Let's get some shoes. They will help. Perfect. So, there you go. So, equip some shoes. That's one. slight improvement. So it's lots of hunter's benches, wood. Can I make a little simple chest? Okay, more planks. Let's make some more planks, and then if I can make a chest, I can then start stacking stuff, because that's a big thing. It's storing things. So simple chest. Okay, so I need to put furnishing. Simple chest, let's put it there. And that's going to be tailoring bits, so let's put in needles, string, pins. Put in no onion, okay. So, should be able to make a beehive. How do you make a beehive? Basic beehive. I don't see that. Stone pickaxe, that's what I need. Let's have a quick look at the fire. Anything? Meat chunks. So let's make all of the meat chunks. Okay, perfect. So that's basically where I wanted to get to. Use that for charcoal. Smelter turn yet. Not yet. Okay. So for today, that is going to be the end of the session.